Well, it's time for tonight's Tool Time Award, and it's FIFA President Sepp Blatter. He made a comment that's drawing sharp criticism around the world. Blatter was discussing the 2022 World Cup events that will be played in Qatar. And along with being in the middle of a sandy desert, the Middle Eastern country also has some very strict rules. For instance, you can't drink alcohol there, and homosexuality is banned. So when Blatter was asked what he would say to gay fans who want to go to Qatar for the 2022 competition, given that homosexuality is banned, he responded with the following. He said, "I would say they should refrain from any sexual activities." So needless to say, that remark didn't go over too well. Bloggers, gay rights groups were outraged, saying that FIFA has endorsed the marginalization of gay people around the world. One blogger even asked if gay soccer fans should recloset themselves before heading to Qatar. Now, the choice of the country to host the 2022 World Cup shocked almost everyone around the world. Many criticized the choice, but FIFA has been moving the tournament out of more traditional choices for several years now. And it's understandable that FIFA would warn fans to be sensitive to another culture, but singling out gay people and telling them not to have sex? Just a little overboard, don't you think? Let's just hope that FIFA President Sepp Blatter learns his lessons from this ridiculously offensive comment. But for now, he's still going to have to be tonight's Tool Time winner. Now, when the 112th Congress is sworn in next month here in D.C., the GOP is going to take over the House. Republicans were swept into power back in November thanks in large part to the Tea Party. The ones who cried out against the Washington establishment said that they would come into town to represent the American people and uphold the Constitution. But it turns out they might not really know the Constitution as well as they said they did. Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann, who's founder of the Tea Party caucus in Congress, said that she's planning weekly meetings to teach lawmakers about the Constitution. And Bachmann is really excited about her first guest who's going to teach constitutional law. Listen as she tells Lou Dobbs on his radio show about her A-list headliner.
We're going to do what the NFL does and what the baseball teams do. We're going to practice every week, if you will, our craft, which is studying and learning the Declaration, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. Justice Scalia has graciously agreed to kick off our class the hour before we cast our first vote in Congress.
That's right. Supreme Court Justice Anthony Scalia is going to teach lawmakers the Constitution. But is that really his job? Should a sitting Supreme Court justice who hears cases based on laws set by Congress actually be teaching those lawmakers about the Constitution? Isn't there just, I don't know, some kind of a conflict of interest there? Not to mention, Scalia, appointed to the bench by Ronald Reagan in 1982, is widely considered to be the leading conservative voice on the court. The same court that granted corporations the power to spend freely on elections. So I have a feeling how that class is going to go, don't you? And that it will be held just an hour before their first vote? Even better. Looks like the Tea Partiers are going to end up being more establishment than you think. Now, the U.S. Congress might be starting their Christmas break a little bit later. The White House says that they will not be adjourning until the arms reduction treaty known as START is ratified. Both Russian President Dmitry Medvedev and President Barack Obama signed START back in April. And passing the new START treaty before the new year has been one of the president's top priorities. RT's Gayane Chichikian looks at the political infighting that delayed the ratification so far.